What if heat turned to ice, super speed became total paralysis, and the ultimate genius became a 12-foot muscle head? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into Ben 10 Flipside, a viral alternate universe created by the talented artist Luon Lettering. We've covered iconic fan-made lore on this channel before, from the Shackatrix to Ben XM and Ben 10 Legacy. But the Flipside universe takes the concept of alternate Omnitrix dimensions in a completely wild direction. In this video, we're breaking down the full origin story of Ben 10 Flipside, Azmuth's multiverse mission, and all 10 original inverted aliens. Make sure to stick around until the very end to see the reversed version of Ghostfreak because it completely changes the lore. Before we start, hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 100,000 subscribers, and every single sub helps us reach that goal. Also, make sure to check the pinned comment and description to follow Luon Lettering's official social media pages. Now, let's jump right into the lore. To understand how the Flipside universe works, we have to look at Prime Azmuth. In the original timeline, Azmuth created a dimensional transport device to travel across alternate realities. His goal was simple: study different versions of the Omnitrix and analyze how minor universe shifts affected his greatest creation. However, during his multiversal exploration, Azmuth stumbled upon a massive anomaly, a universe where an Omnitrix never existed. In every other reality, the Omnitrix was a universal constant, but here, it was completely absent. Even weirder, almost every alien species and home planet in this dimension evolved into their exact biological opposites. The only place unaffected by this reversal was Earth itself. Fascinated by this genetic inversion, Prime Azmuth decided to stay in this universe to study its species, gather DNA samples, and build a brand new Flipside Omnitrix, specifically designed to give to this reality's Ben Tennyson. Now, let's inspect the 10 original inverted aliens Azmuth cataloged during his research. First up is Cold Splash, the DNA sample of a cryonoid from the frozen world of Glaciera 9, also known as 1X. He is the genetic polar opposite of a pyronite from Pyros. Instead of pyrokinesis, Cold Splash possesses complete hydrokinesis and cryokinesis. He can extract ambient moisture from the air or his own body to blast streams of water, generate snow, and freeze living beings solid. His core body is entirely liquid, encased in a self-generating ice armor that stabilizes his form. He even surfs across frozen waves using a custom ice board, just like Frozone from Incredibles and Iceman from Marvel's X-Men. Next up is Quad Kick, the Flipside version of Four Arms. He is a Hippocron from the planet Stratus Gallop, standing as the counter specimen to a Tetramand. While Four Arms dominates with 4 powerful arms and upper body strength, Quad Kick relies entirely on his hyper-developed lower body. He possesses extreme sprint speeds, incredible endurance, and devastating kick power. However, his upper torso is surprisingly fragile, meaning Quad Kick abandons raw brawling in favor of high-speed tactical strikes. Azmuth observed massive herds of Hippocrons migrating across their planet at blinding speeds, moving so fast that Azmuth barely avoided getting trampled by a stampeding pack. Moving on to alien number 3, Calm Cat, the reversed form of Wildmutt. He is an Optal Nyx from the planet Balorum, contrasting the blind, predatory Volpimancers. Instead of lacking vision and relying on scent or sound, Calm Cat possesses full 360-degree vision through floating, detached eyes. He trades physical feral instincts for powerful psionic abilities, including telekinesis, levitation, lie detection, and emotional sensing. His sensory organs float independently around his body, allowing him to perceive his environment from every angle simultaneously. While Azmuth was hiding during his observations, 3 of an Optal Nyx's floating eyes broke away from its body, floated right over to his hiding spot, and stared at him continuously. At number 4, we have Sweetwing, the Flipside version of Stinkfly. He is an Aromafae from the lush planet Florabelle, as opposed to the toxic Lepidopterans of Lepidoptera. Where Stinkfly relies on vile slime and foul odors, Sweetwing emits a fragrant, sweet pollen capable of inducing temporary paralytic euphoria. He fires sticky, pink, gum-like bubbles from his mouth, manipulates pheromones, and flies with total silence and agility. Sweetwing is visually pleasing, remarkably agile, and universally loved across the galaxy for his soothing scent. An Aromafae once trapped Azmuth in a blob of pink mouth secretion. Azmuth was forced to chew his way out, only to be frustrated by how insanely delicious it tasted. Alien number 5 is Slow-Mo, the inverted counterpart to XLR8. He is a Grabano from planet Mortumis, the exact inverse of a Kineceleran from Kinet. Instead of hyperspeed, Slow-Mo projects a kinetic suppression field. This field absorbs external momentum, slowing down any object or person in his radius to a virtual standstill. When anchored, Slow-Mo becomes physically unmovable, even by foes with super strength. He is heavy-set, incredibly durable, and famously lazy. Coming in at number 6 is Gray Smasher, the reversed form of gray matter, and easily one of the most drastic flips in the universe. He is a Brutonian from Krog Prime, replacing the hyper-intelligent Galvan of Galvan Prime. Standing over 12 feet tall, or about 3.6 meters, Gray Smasher is a powerhouse of raw muscle, durability, and raw combat instincts. However, his intellectual capabilities are severely underdeveloped. His saliva even contains a cognitive dampening enzyme that temporarily lowers the intelligence of anyone who touches it. Because Brutonians completely lack scientific intellect, no Galvan built an Omnitrix in this universe, which explains why Prime Azmuth had to step in. Azmuth noted that a Brutonian once licked his scanner and immediately declared the device the new chief of their tribe. Number 7 brings us to Bounceback, the Flipside version of Diamondhead. He is an elastolite from planet Reflexa, contrasting the rigid, crystalline Petrosapiens of Petropia. Instead of sharp, rigid diamond armor, Bounceback's body is made of hyper-dense, elastic rubber. He can stretch, contort, absorb blunt impacts, and reflect kinetic or energy projectiles with pinpoint precision. Impact-resistant and capable of reforming after severe compression without taking any structural damage. Alien number 8 is Grip Lips, the reversed version of Ripjaws. He is a Remoran from planet Visor, in contrast to the predatory Piskchis volans of Piskchis. Unlike Ripjaws, who is an apex aquatic hunter, Grip Lips is an extremely slow, clumsy swimmer. However, he features a powerful mucosal suction pad on his head, allowing him to attach firmly to any surface, creature, or vehicle for transport. He is amphibious, breathing equally well on land and underwater, and is coated in a protective, self-cleaning mucosal layer. At number 9, we have Downgrade, the inverted form of Upgrade. He is an oxymorph from Crack Prime, replacing the galvanic mechamorphs of Galvan B. Where Upgrade merges with machines to enhance them, Downgrade corrodes, oxidizes, and breaks down technology on contact. He can spread rapid rust across electronic networks, rendering advanced machinery completely useless within seconds. In this reality, Azmuth tried to build an artificial iron assistant to help the primitive Brutonians. A Brutonian interrupted the process, corrupting the code and creating a machine that destroys technology instead of upgrading it, drawing strong thematic parallels to malware. Finally, alien number 10 is Soul Saint, the reverse counterpart to Ghostfreak. He is a Serasphyte from Sanctum Prime in the Helios system, replacing the terrifying Ectonurites of the Anur system. Soul Saint is a benevolent entity that emits holy light capable of healing injuries, curing diseases, purifying corruption, and floating silently. He wields light manipulation for both offensive strikes and defensive shields. He resembles a biblical angel housed within a fragile porcelain shell, complete with orbiting halos and a comforting aura. In this universe, Ziziskaer is not a dark horror, but a creature of pure angelic light who instills hope instead of fear. That wraps up all 10 original inverted aliens in the Ben 10 Flipside universe. Which Flipside transformation was your favorite? Drop your top pick in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, leave a like, share the video, and subscribe so you don't miss part 2 when Luon Lettering reveals more aliens for this universe. Huge shout out to Luon Lettering for creating this incredible concept. Make sure to go check out his links down in the description. Thank you all for watching.